Good afternoon. I'm going to talk to you today about texting and driving and the new laws that are trying to pass bills to stop texting and driving completely. Not only just in school zones, but just texting and driving in general. Driving down the highway, driving in town, anywhere you go, texting and driving is trying to be banned all around. Texting and driving should be outlawed while driving for many reasons. Texting and driving can cause car accidents, deathly car accidents, rollovers, all kinds of accidents. According to Jay Janikowski in a web email, distracted driving is dangerous. He quoted that the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported that in 2010, driver distraction was the cause of 18% of all fatal crashes, with 3,092 people killed and crashes resulting in an injury with 416,000 people wounded. That's a staggering amount of people who are in car accidents and then dying, or even just wounded dramatically by texting and driving. Texting and driving impairs your judgment while you're at the wheel because of the sheer fact that it takes your eyes off the road from anywhere to 5 to 10, 15 seconds, which is not good. You need to constantly always have your eyes on the road while you're driving. You look away and you may think it's only for a brief second, but that brief second could mean life or death for you, the innocent person in the car beside you, and you don't want to do that. So any amount of time with your eyes off the road is not good. According to the website Car and Driver, 50% of American drivers admit to texting while behind the wheel, when although that number is probably more than 57%. You can see it every day while you're driving down the road. Many people are texting and driving or on their phone, doing anything, web surfing, texting, talking, anything. So I think that number is probably a little bit more than 57%. Texting and driving, I think, should be illegal on all roads, not just during school zones. Yes, that is a big place where we do need to have texting and driving or phone use outlawed by all means because there's lots of children around. But I also think it should be outlawed on all roads. This should be done on the highway, in town, everywhere you're driving. And the dangers are on all the roads while you're driving because there's just too many people everywhere, and you can't. It's hard enough as it is to watch people around you and be defensive while you're driving, much less when you are distracted because of your phone. You know, you should really pay attention to where you're going. Stop Text, Stop the Wrecks on stoptexasstopwrecks.org. Previous academic studies, much more scientific than what they have conducted in-vehicle simulators, have shown that texting while driving impairs the driver's abilities. Which is true. It's almost like drunk driving. You are not fully focused on what you're doing, and you know, if you're not focused on where you're driving, you're going to cause a problem, whether it's for you or the person beside you in their car beside you, which is not good. We need to pay attention. We need to watch where we're going. Texting and driving in Texas on driversed.com stated that to put your phone out of sight. So out of sight, out of mind. While you're in the car, put your phone in a place where you can't get to it, a place where you will not be tempted to look at it. No phone, no texting, which is true. You know, it's that kind of goes with a lot of things in life. Things are out of sight and out of mind. You don't think about what's there, you know, what you need to look at, what you need to do, besides focusing on the road. I believe that we need to have tougher penalties, more stiffer penalties for those who do get stopped or pulled over or do get caught while texting and driving or surfing the web or whatever they're doing with their phone. I think there should be a lot stiffer penalties. If these penalties aren't imposed, people aren't going to they're not going to follow the rules if these penalties aren't followed through with. It's kind of like, you know, children. If you don't follow through with your discipline, they're not going to see that you mean what you're doing. So I think if these laws are made and we have stiffer penalties and actually impose them, we can get people to stop texting and driving and have a lot safer roads. They're on the website driversed.com. Most states have already banned the use of cell phones while driving, but here there are still 11 states where texting and driving on the phone and surfing the web are not punishable for drivers over 18 years old. Texas is one of them. State legislators have been proposing a bill to ban texting and driving for Texas for several years, but have not succeeded in the initiative yet. So I think if people can come together and get with our state legislators, we should be able to pass this. I know a lot of people feel that it's, we're dipping into too many people's private lives with this, but if you're texting and driving, you're not just dealing with your own life, you're dealing with everybody that's out there on the roads. I know in Lubbock, we're a fairly large city. We have lots of people out there driving, teenagers who are not they're not skilled enough just yet. So they definitely don't need to be texting and driving or surfing the web and driving, but even adults too. So you're not just affecting yourself while you're driving if you're using your mobile devices. You're affecting everyone else that's out on that road, anywhere from pedestrians to motorcyclists to bicyclists to those in the cars, whether you're interested or not. It may not be just you that you hurt. You're gonna hurt that person that you hit. So I believe if we all come together, we can make these bills pass in all states to make texting and driving illegal, impose stiff penalties on those who do get caught, so we can make this stop. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks.